Hiya, and welcome back to Dawn Chorus. The game that teaches us that at this point Miko just needs to make new friends. Just drop all his friends and make new ones. Anyways, let's just hop right in. The cold wind hits my face like a lance. I was not prepared for this temperature, but some masochistic side of me is even enjoying it. The wind, hostile weather, the cold hostile weather resonates with something within me. I take the phone out of my pocket and start writing. I've lost something along the way. A light that shines inside, a source of warmth. When? I don't know. I only remember I had it within me. The dark wind blows. I feel like I should remember something, but I don't know what. I want to go back, but I don't know where. Doors opening and closing. I've moved here, to Norway, to start my life anew. No old friendships survived, not even with Miko, who's here on this camp with me. My parents are far away, and even if we chat sometimes, I barely think about them. The food I eat has changed, my habits too. What remained of my old life? Nothing. I feel a lack of continuity, as if a connection between who I was and who I am was severed. But do I really miss it? And now I spent most of the camp with Torulf. Meeting him was, for me, the most important event since I moved here. We slept together the first night we met, and my life has changed instantly. I'm so happy to have him near me. Why is he so hard to grasp? My life is falling out of my paws. I'm not sure who I am anymore. I'm walking in the dark, feeling around for any walls, but there's only emptiness all around. Vast and terrifying. The film. It was really evocative. I haven't seen a positive representation of a romance with this much of an age gap before. Though, was it entirely positive? Torulf said it didn't end well. I don't know what to think of it, not without seeing it to the end. I'd like to think that there was a good ending possible for them, even if the age gap wasn't the only thing that stood between them. The pull between them, regardless of how it ended, it was such a pleasure to watch. Someone standing at the edge of the forest. I know that jacket and that dark hair shiny and well kept, now sprinkled with white fluff. Fresh snow crunches under my paws. I feel a sudden calling, something reaching out to me from the past, saying that not everything is lost. Miko?
Arvo?
Hi, went out for a walk.
Yes. Did you need something?
The cold response takes me aback. Thought he'd be happy to see me, but why should he be? We almost didn't talk most of the camp. I'm barely his friend, and I know this well. We could go for a walk together and talk if you don't mind. He looks to the side, paws closed and pressed to his jacket, wind blowing his hair into disarray. Start to regret asking, maybe you didn't even want to see me.
You could. It's a good idea, even.
Where were you going?
There's a nice hill with a view of the sea if you want to walk a bit through this forest. I thought I'd go there and watch the waves.
Sounds nice. So we walk into the trees, branches blocking the moon. Its round face peeking through in full, only every few steps. Incredible how dense the atmosphere is in a forest at night. Everything around us feels brimming with life, but feels hostile. We don't belong here. The creaking of branches and shapes moving in the darkness all tell us that we're intruders, stepping on land that isn't ours. But our shoulders cuddled together, we press forward, following the barely visible path like a promise of safe passage. Forests back home were denser, weren't they?
Quite a bit.
Jesus Christ, you ruined the moment, laptop. No, you're not updating. Just for that, you're not updating.
Quite a bit. You almost never went in them at night, though.
It's nostalgic, isn't it? A bit like walking back in time. I wouldn't feel surprised if the surroundings would start looking familiar, and we'd walk out near a lake somewhere near our houses. Miko doesn't reply. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned the past at all. Felt like it would be a good way to start with what I wanted to say. A meadow on the side of a hill opens before us. The surroundings don't feel familiar, though, and there is no lake in sight. We didn't make it back to our past, no. This is where we are right now, standing a meter apart, but we're still so infinitely far away from each other. How do you bridge a gap like that? Maybe I should start with an apology. Miko? The wolf turns towards me, a solemn look on his face. I'm sorry. I think I see now what you meant when you tried to warn me about Torulf. I'm sorry that I didn't believe you and had to see it for myself. He never cared much about me. And I forgot about you and about Lake and the rest of my friends. It's not all his fault. It's me being a dumbass too. So, I'm sorry. For not listening to you, and for being a dumbass. He sighs before looking away, the tension in his shoulders dropping. There was no relief in the sigh though, but rather resignation.
I see. Well, apology accepted. I didn't want to say anything, and I regretted ever bringing it up. But, despite everything, I'd hate to see you hurting. I didn't want to meddle in your business, but just standing there and seeing you get so infatuated with him when he so obviously only wanted your attention, I couldn't stand it. Thought it was over you and our friendship already, but then I understood how much I still care. It's stupid. Nothing went as I thought it would. I regret speaking up at all. I'd like not to care.
I'm glad that you did. Thank you.
And now I go back to the guest house and stay with him until tomorrow?
No, I'm sleeping in my room.
He got bored of you already?
I think so.
Well, I'm sorry to hear. It can't be a nice feeling.
No, it's not. But I would have seen it coming if I'd listened to you.
What are you planning to do?
I don't know. I don't think I'll do anything. I turn toward the moon, bright and full, and suddenly something weird happens. The surface of the moon seems to flicker gently, and I feel calm washing over me. The trees sway in the wind, the whole forest seems alive, and I feel like a part of it. Just a small part of everything around me. There's comfort in the snow falling around, and in the mountains reaching toward the sky, and in the ground solid and resting. Whatever happens, I still have my friends. I'm not alone. But I wonder if this is the end. I hope not. And maybe I don't even need more. Maybe I can be like Lake too. Maybe I don't need more from Torulf than the sense of closeness he gives me. But I remember his sad face as we talked in his room, and I shiver. Shall we come back?
I think I'll stay here some more.
Miko?
Yes?
I abandoned you once. I know how it must have hurt. I'll never do that again. Unless you want me out of your life. I promise to be a good friend.
Thank you.
The mattress feels less comfortable today somehow. I toss and turn, but I can't find any comfortable position. Was there anything I could have done better? Maybe I'm not good enough for Torulf. I don't have anything interesting to say. I never traveled much. I don't know this area. I don't know what he could even find interesting about me. I'm just a freshman with a camera that dreams big but has nothing to show for it. What do I even have to offer someone like him? Grab the pillow and press it to my face. Even with the self-deprecation, this won't get me anywhere. I feel stupid, cheated a bit. I know Torulf never promised me anything besides being friends with benefits, but I'm starting to doubt if we're even friends. I close my eyes, but I'm not sleepy yet. Yesterday evening comes back to me, my first and second time with someone. It felt so different from I expected, more carnal, feral even. Holding the duvet close, I think of how nice it was to cuddle up to Torulf. How I wish I was in his arms now. Cold water pours over me, but it does nothing to help this dull pain in my chest, like a wooden stake lodged between my ribs. Tears mingle with the water, giving it a salty aftertaste. I extend my arm behind the shower curtain and feel for my phone, lying on the sink. I'll find it and turn up the volume. Tense muscles relax. I open my mouth and drown myself in noise. I think of nothing at all. The water flows down my fur and I imagine myself dissolving in it, circling around the drain. Almost mechanically, I start rubbing the shampoo into my mane. Few white hairs falling out. Torulf. I wash the last remnants of his scent from me. For the final time. I had the weirdest thought yesterday after the second beer. Looked around the room and thought about the first time I was there and how my life has progressed since then. It came to my mind that I possibly fucked something up along the way so irrevocably that it's pointless to try to fix my life now. That I'm doomed forever to this limbo state. It was just a thought, though. I could accept it or not. But it felt so tempting. It made me feel good. If I believed that my life was already lost, I wouldn't have to worry about a thing anymore. Because why should I care? I placed my bets and lost. Everything disappoints me and everyone leaves. Why even get attached to anything if I only get hurt? But I still hope. I hope that one day I'll understand what I'm looking for. that I'll find a place, look around, and say, "This is it!" And my shell will soften and my roots will grow into a nourishing soil. That the void I carry inside me will turn from a black hole that swallows everything to a well I can peer into and see the bottom. I only have to hurry with it because the clock never stops ticking. Time is running out. Day 4. Oh, fuck off, Torulf. Thank you for the follow. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you for the follow. A sip of his beer, loud and drawn out. He looks into the distance, gathering thoughts. There's something happening underneath his skin. His face is emotionless like a mask, but his paws curled into a fist and moves full of tension. Give all the hugs to Arvo. Long ago, I had a group in high school that liked to play. When I went to university, I no longer had the time for it. I could try to find a new group in Anslo. Role-playing is always nice. It's a great exercise for creativity, and believe me, the more information accumulates in your head, the less space there is for imagination. Do you know the song that's playing? No, never heard it before. I don't remember the artist, but I have a huge nostalgia for it. I think I found it online back when I was in middle school. Maybe Miko found it, I don't remember. We used to be very close, I don't know if I told you. You mentioned something, yeah, I think. It was sort of a comfort song for me. Whenever I played it, it felt like a warm hug. Funny that they're playing it here. That made me think of Miko, but now it doesn't anymore. Torulf, I genuinely hope that you step on a Lego. Torulf, I wish that you commit vertical tortilla chip. Because of all the shit that you did to Lake and Arvo. I genuinely hope. I'm trying to think of something fucked up. Fuck. I hope that your bag of chips is more air than chip. Okay, I might have gone too far. No, it doesn't anymore. Or I guess it makes me think of our time together and the emotions I felt back then more than of him. Funny how we build ourselves from pieces and bits we find on our way. Like a multidimensional mosaic. From the people we meet, songs we hear, books we read, places we visit. Experiences shape us, but we choose the experiences. Do we? Mostly. Or perhaps not. We choose what we do. We partially control what reaches us, but we can't plan what happens to us. Maybe the most impactful events in our life are the ones that surprise us. You're right. I doubt anything could still surprise me, though. Nothing has in a long time. You're lucky. You're still just getting to know the world. Every door's still open to you, isn't it? You've just started new studies. It's not like the doors are closed. I just already know what waits on the other side of them. I should go back to Thailand or Bali or somewhere, get a vacation home at a beach and lay in the sand, sipping on drinks. Seriously thinking about it lately. Actually, what's stopping you? If you have the money. Uncertainty, I guess. Fuck, I keep hitting my microphone. And inertia. I'm sort of just drifting. Have you ever tried to throw everything you have away and start your life anew? Reinvent yourself completely? It's not so easy. I don't have much here, but I'm still clinging to it, afraid of the change. I guess I grew comfortable. Harsh light from the ceiling lamp casts deep shadows across his face. I never really took a good look at him before. I realized there's an intensity in his eyes that I must have felt before, but never noticed it. Leaned against the table, half-empty glass in his paw, he finally looks closer to 30 than his teens. With the shadows in his eyes wide open, he has the look of someone trapped, or at least panicked, like there's something chasing him. You sound pretty grim today, you say. I guess I'm not in the best mood. It's a rough day. What do you mean? We've only had lectures. Something happened? Maybe this place is getting to me. I don't like revisiting the past. Let's finish the beer and we can go somewhere else. I'll just go to the toilet first. I can already see the bottom of my glass through the dark liquid. This time I knew not to drink more than one. Finished the rest in one gulp and the glass lands back on the table with a thud. The alcohol seeps into me, coursing through my veins, numbing. It feels good. The music makes me feel good, too. I don't really want to leave, but I wouldn't want to sit here alone either. Something softened inside me this night. When I woke up in the morning, I felt a sense of calm that I haven't experienced in a long time. Maybe it's because of the dream I had. It felt maybe more real than any dream I've had before. I dreamt that I was sitting in a port somewhere sunny and I watched the ships returning from the open sea. Suddenly from one of them billowed black smoke, rising to the sky in dark folds, like a satin cloth on the wind. Then the smoke turned red and the ship burst into flames, and all the crew. Oh my god, right? If only. A gay can dream. My phone vibrates in my pocket. I want to ignore it at first, but as the minute drags on, my curiosity wins. My movements are slowed down after the alcohol, though the effect isn't too strong. It might be 11%, but one beer is enough to get me relaxed, not drunk. You want to join me for a quickie? Ew! 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 Just ew! Ew! Gross! Fucking ew! 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 I'm not really in a mood, though. For a second I wonder if I should decline, but then I just hide the phone in my pocket. This way you can unsend the message and we can both pretend it didn't happen. I have to wait for the tiger a few minutes, observing other tables. Everyone seems more interesting today somehow. Ready to go. All done, yeah. Right? You know what? I got something just for you, Torulf. I got tools. I have certain tools. I'm turning on my webcam. Turning on the webcam. I have certain tools. Firstly, he's losing nipple privileges. Oh, don't worry, these are wire cutters. And PP privileges. And just because that's not enough for him, we need to make him suffer. Ah, fuck, where is it? Burning the wound closed. I might be insane. I might be insane. I'm pretty sure that all that violates some sort of convention. I'm pretty sure that that violates a convention. Hang on. I have to know, does it violate a convention? Does slicing... I'm going to be put on a registry. I'm probably going to be put on a list or watch list or something for Googling this. Okay, so it's technically... That is a war crime. It is a war crime. So, never mind. We're not going to do that. We don't commit war crimes here. We don't commit war crimes here. So, we're not going to do that. We're just going to push him into the water where it's freezing cold. Now the FBI knows. I swear to God, the FBI knows me better than I know myself. Yes, we can. So nice to feel the wind on my face now, after the dusty and still air in the bar. I touch my face to see how I'm feeling, and if the alcohol didn't hit me too strongly... But I'm feeling I'm feeling a little buzz. Yeah, it's still Pride, where I live. So yeah. I like it here at the harbor. Good choice for a walk. Thanks. I felt like walking along the shore. It's perhaps the part of the town that feels the most like this city. All these industrial towers and cranes make me feel like I'm in Rotterdam. Or Nangst. It's a place with a truly powerful aura. The whole coastal part of the city is dominated by the harbor. Even if you're on the beach, the cranes are a constant surreal backdrop. Visiting Eastern Europe is always weird. The contrasts there are incredible. My phone vibrates again in my pocket. It can't be Torulf this time, though. Take it out of my pocket discreetly, not wanting the tiger to notice. Hey, can we talk somewhere like a cafe or I don't know? Oh, sounds sort of urgent. Sure, have a place in mind. A bookstore at the square? Hey, I have an idea. How about we go for a film? Now, I thought about walking alone for a bit now. Alone? Something's wrong? I want to take some pictures. It's easier for me to go and shoot when I'm alone, though. It's not a very interesting process. Sure, I want to hang out sometime later. I'll see you, I guess. I'll send you a message when I'm done. Sure. See you around then. He's yucky. I wonder what Lake might want. Something important enough to meet in person, that's for sure. Maybe they need help? Going there, see you. Glance at my phone at our conversation again. They replied with the heart emoji only. My mind starts coming up with various scenarios of Lake hiding from their exes in the bathroom. Also, why me? Why didn't they ask Jorgen or someone else? It's obvious they're closer than we are. Unless he's busy. I can't think of many scenarios where Lake would ask me. Unless it's about what they told me yesterday. Oh shit. Jorgen! Ah! A wave of pleasant heat that warms up cold bones envelops me as I enter. My jacket lands on the coat hanger and I look around for the lion. And there they are, at the table at the window, leaned on their arm resting on the solid wood, turned towards the street. Eyes disinterested and sad. There's a cup of steaming liquid before them, all full and seemingly untouched. Lake, what's up? Arvo! You came! Thank you! Of course I came. What do you need? Company mostly, someone to talk to. Maybe it wasn't anything as urgent as I thought. Maybe something related to our conversation yesterday? I'll order something for myself and I'll be back in a moment then, okay? Sir, their lattes look very good. Bjorn recommended to me their filter coffees too, if you're into that. I'll find something, I think. Thank you. The laminated menus lie on the counter. Yellow ink formed into rows of elegant, bohos-influenced sans serif letters on black paper, simple and effective. The card lists several different coffees and a few teas and infusions before the beverage section ends. I barely glance at them, though. I have more important things on my head. I think I'll trust Lake and just get a regular latte. I felt like having something sweet anyway. We stand the bear. I come back to the line with the milky liquid, sipped once on the way there. It's worthy of a recommendation indeed. Lake's coffee remains untouched when I return. The melancholic feline just observing the passerby, or maybe even nothing in particular. Only the cobblestone street reflected in their eyes. Hey, your coffee will go cold. Ah! You're right! They take a nervous sip, almost spilling the drink onto their shirt. I don't have to ask to know the answer. How are you feeling? Well, not too good, honestly. Did something happen? They're quiet, gathering words. I think I know what happened, though. Thought you'd join Torulf and me today again. Couldn't see you anywhere after the lectures, though. If I knew you wouldn't come, I don't know if I'd go with him alone. Not like I had any better ideas for the afternoon. I could have always gone for a walk alone, but I'd certainly feel lonely. Look forward to spending time with Lake today. I told him I want to stop seeing each other. At all, preferably. Oh. I thought you might want to stop sleeping with each other and I thought you'd end your friendship altogether. Can you imagine how it would feel to stay just friends and see each other if I still feel something for him? And despite everything I do. I've been there and believe me, it's just plain awful. It doesn't work. Not when every meeting makes me think of what we could have. Little gestures become gateways to painful memories. Their expressions, their words, nicknames they used to call you. The reflection in Lake's eyes looks like a shattered, stained glass. No, I want a definitive end. I see. Makes sense. How did he act today? Off. We were in the bar again and he got rather melancholic. Talked a lot about dropping off and leaving somewhere. I see. That's bad. I didn't want to make him sad. Lake. And this goes for anyone else. This goes for anyone else here who needs to hear this. Lake definitely needs to hear this. You are not responsible for how he feels. You are trying to live your life. And quite frankly, he deserves to be sad. He deserves that shit. Let his ass be sad. Because, Lake, you are not responsible for him. He is a grown-ass man. And yes, everyone involved, we're all adults. However, he is an adult-tier adult. He is in his 30s. Well, almost 30s. The fucker's 27. It is insulting that he did all that. Everyone is deserving of some basic level of respect. However, Lake, here's the thing, Raj. Here's the thing. I didn't mean that as a bad thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I made you feel old. But here's the thing. Respect as a whole is not given. It is earned. And Lake, he has done nothing to earn your respect. So please, baby, do us all a favor. Block his number. Block his ass. If he goes somewhere else, good. It won't be soon enough, though. See, that's bad. I didn't want to make him sad. You can't think about him only. You're sad, too. And much more than him from what I see. Why did I have to hurt him, though? Life is like that sometimes. You can't always be nice to everyone. Unfair and terrible. At least you have him for yourself now. I won't get between you two. Yeah. Last evening comes back to me. Me on the bed, tormented by visions of Lake and Torulf together, sprawled out, picking apart the twisting and bending foundations of our friendship. I wanted to feel wanted. I didn't get that from Torulf. It was never about me. It was all about him. I understood that yesterday, waiting for the sleep that didn't want to come. I don't want to be a toy to boost his ego. I don't want to be an accessory. If he wants to hang out with me only to feel younger or see the admiration in my eyes, then I don't want that. I don't think I want to. In truth, I was thinking of doing the same thing as you. But it's you who needs some comfort now. Do you need a hug? You could move to that couch over there. They nod and get up. I grab our coffees from the table and follow them. They lean on me as we sit, not waiting for me to put the coffees down. Only by a miracle I didn't spill any on them or myself. After I free my paws of the cups, I put my arm around the line, holding them close. As I stroke their back, they start to tremble softly, their emotions surfacing and rocking their body. Then they start sobbing, quietly so that no one could hear them. Paws gripping my sweater, they hold on to me like a sailor to the mast in a terrible storm. Hey, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. The end of a friendship. Don't know if there's more. They need time now, time and company. I'm happy to provide the latter. Petting their head, I look outside at the setting sun, shining, pouring in through the gap between houses. You know, I had a weird dream today. Dreamt that I was sitting in a port somewhere sunny and I watched the ships returning from the open sea. Suddenly from one of them billowed black smoke rising to the sky in dark folds, like a satin cloth on the wind. Then the smoke turned red and the ship burst into flames, all the crew hurrying to jump into the sea. The fire spread quickly, swallowing ship after ship, and soon the whole sky was painted black and crimson. And it got dark as if the sky turned into night in minutes. I felt someone's presence behind me, but I couldn't turn away from the view, mesmerized. That person, whoever they were, approached me slowly. And then a lion paw rested on my shoulder. They touched me, and that instant something clicked, and the world froze. The ships, consumed by the red fury, all stood still mid-collapse, and the waves beating at their hulls halted mercifully. The feline's sweet breath wrapped around me like a scarf. It thawed something within me. Then the waves retreated. The ships straightened and the flame furled back into the proud sails. The sun shone through the dark smoke and the time marched back. Only the paw on my shoulder stayed still, firm and reassuring. Arvo? Yes. Thank you. I'm glad you came. Bitch! I hope so. I genuinely hope so. Ah, my back. Well, this was a short stream. I'm going to take the rest of the night off. Well, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.